34 survivors. 60 head-to-head games of endurance and skill. This is Slate's World Cup of Dead by Daylight survivors. I am, rather annoyingly, staying tight-lipped on the question of who won the World Cup of Killers, just because I think people are still catching up and I'm uploading VODs as we speak. But if you look back through my highlights on this channel, you can find the grand final and have a quick peek yourself. Big terror radius already. That's nerve-wracking. Are you taking a chase? No, you're not. There they are. Who is it? Oh, for God's sake. It is Nurse again. That'll be an immediate injury. I mean, get as far away as you can, but this looking tough, isn't it? Maybe it'll be tricky for them to blink within this crevasse. So maybe you can get something going there. Yeah, good move. Keep on running. Denying line of sight is so important, as we all know. Through the jungle gym, across the way. Have we got a way here? We have. We have. My lord, that was... I think the Steve camp threw up a very loud groan I could hear all the way over here. Here they come to me! And their loud groan has risen to cries of despair after that. Well, not the start one would want. Come and say hi, I love you so much. I love you so much. You're riding along with me for a haircut. Get in. Hope it is a pleasant experience, Ali. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I love you too. Open the stream on the big screen. Thanks for the jump scare. Hello, Dingleberry. My most sincere apologies. Is there someone here for a recovery? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. Do we get away or are we going to go to the ground immediately here? I think we have a new lease of life. Yeah, and they're not going after us. And there is a circle of healing boom. So, let's get healed up. It's Sloppy Butcher, so this will take a while. I think it's relevant against the nurse to make sure you are as healthy as you can be. 2 slugs at 5 gens is a tricky situation for sure. There's a dying state before they're able to move in. For the unhook, this looks like it might be a tricky one to counter. It's another slug. Wow. This is someone who is not holding up in any way. They are going for it. Much is for sure. Camping the hook, moreover. I genuinely don't know what you can do here. Taking a blink. Someone else going in for the unhook. So we can elicit a whiff. Does that allow the unhook over there? It does. Okay. And if we could head in for the recovery, that's a really nice play made by Steve. It all can begin to feel rather hopeless, though, in the face of... Do you not want this? Okay. We keep on healing? No, you get away. Okay. Tough opening, this one. Tough playstyle to counter, especially when it is Nurse you're dealing with. That's a kill already. So job done for them. They've got 3 survivors in their game. And that's the way of it for some killers, focusing only on getting a survivor out of there, making it a 3 survivor game, keeping things in their favor, and as far as they'll be thinking, job done. Job done. Steve now, the Steve camp might be focused on trying to eke out as many gens as possible with half an eye on a prospective hatch game. We will see whether that's the case. There is Nurse, good lord. Blinking right past us, and that'll be a big whiff. Big whiff, and every whiff is that little bit more time. You can get the gens, keep the game moving. You want to fake out the pallet here. What you always want to do on this is just... I don't think you're ever going to burn the pallet in that situation. Pick that, come back. Not a bad move at all. Not a bad move at all. And how long can Steve keep this going? Not very long, if that is anything to go by. Then think again. It might be all over. Oh! You get the pallets done, but you've took them to the gen. And you wouldn't be surprised where you're left on the ground here as they take a chase with Meg over to Killer Shack. Yup. Any means necessary on the pallets. Okay. And that won't quite be game. Not yet. Hope is kept alive. For how much longer is a great question. You know what? In a game state like this, you've got to respect that kind of thing. It seems unlikely, doesn't it, that you're going to have any opportunity for hatch. You might be relying only on the self-unhooks here. Taking them to basement down there. Well, the further you can crawl, the more hope you have of eluding them. Steve very out in the open here. There they are. Have they lost us? They're going to see I'm not there, look around, and they're going to move. Maybe over to Meg in Killer Shack. Okay, there is hope, albeit fleeting, of a hatch escape here. They need to find the Meg is the only thing. Meg doesn't appear to have moved. What would tear you up inside would be if they slugged to get 2 bleed outs. And the longer this goes on, the more you think that is likely. And this, if we take a step out of this for a moment, this is why I'm a fan of the... Oh, there you go. No, there's a pickup. This is why I'm a fan of the finishing Mori I did stop this kind of game state. But they'll pick up, they'll get the hook. The only issue is they'll have time to find us here because the Meg will... Never mind, they've been dropped. Wow. Wow. I mean, yeah, always the possibility. As Survivor, you're a bit less powerless to stop this kind of a thing. And you know what? There's always a chance, if you DC here, you give them a shot at hatch. So, I think that's going to be the play here. Hang on. Are they going to die first, or am I going to die first? If they bleed, someone will bleed out a little bit before the other one. I can't quite recall whether I'm going to bleed out first or them. But if they bleed out, and hatch spawns right here, we get the escape. It would be the most unbelievable bit of luck. But you do never know. Never mind, it was me bleeding out first. Okay, so, oh god, forgive me. 2 gens popped there, did they? Was that a 2-gen game? Was that 2 points? It's Red Forest. First appearance of Red Forest this tournament. Ashes here. One thing you've not seen so far are any chests. And you'll see that chest, but obviously that is a first aid spray chest as opposed to an item chest. And you might, with 3 on a gen and prove thyself, you might get half of the job done very early on. Are they going to go after beans? I'm going to start on beans. They're picking up? No, okay. Hoped against hope they would leave that situation alone. Good dodge. Don't want to get us all away from the gen there. That's so tough. That is such a tough situation. We were hoping to pop that quickly. Wesker just coming in and disrupting the repairs. Beans gets up though. Had a dying state, but Beans is up. Keeps the game pressured here. Ash being forced to heal when maybe the Ash camp would rather get the gens done. It's important to not disrupt team morale by denying a heal in that situation. but would much, much rather be getting the gens moving. You also have half an eye on the gen over there. If you can get this completed, you then see an opportunity in that corner to tie up the game instantly, getting 2 early gens done. There's Wesker, so you won't be able to get this one moving. Maybe. Oh no, there's a chase going on over there. Oh, couldn't quite evade. So that'll be an injury. At least there is an unhook. You have this tile over here to try and use your advantage. Oh, good move from Wesker. Good move from Wesker. Yeah, I'll get a command up Samo, so I don't need to repeat the scoring system. It's gens. If you escape, it's +1. However many gens are done when you die. Tough opening. Almost had. That's alright, Sarah. I'll sort it out after the stream, because it'll be quite intricate. Tough opening. You had 2 gens. You had 2 gens. But now we're staring down the barrel of nothing at all, and suddenly that 2 gen mark is looking less like a given and more like a bit of a formidable total as Wesker approaches once again. Get the heal. Stop digressing. I think we're close to full infection, so it does behoove us to use the first aid spray. What the plan is from the Ash camp here? Use first aid spray. Don't get this gen. You've stopped it regressing at least, but you'll give away killer instinct here. What you then do is move over to this gen. Hope that Wesker goes for this gen. Maybe buys you enough time to move this one along. Oh my lord! Barely any progress here. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. And it all looks so rosy just minutes ago. It can still become favourable at the drop of a hat. If someone else is on another gen, pops that. Like so. Okay, so we are now not too far away from this gen. And this will salvage a point at least. Oh god, the DC. And that DC coming just after that gen pop. So by rules, this game does continue. Not null and void. It becomes so much more important then for Ash to get the gen. Because this could snowball so quickly. And it's looking like, with 2 gens, there we go, Ash draws level. Draws level with Steve, is guaranteed a point. Commitment to this gen could bring about the victory. It was regressing, that's either Eruption or maybe Jolt or Pain Res there. So very, very simple state of the game. If Ash is left alone, left to get the gen, he will win. And a single-minded devotion to the gen here. Only 20, 80, 15% left, something like that. Can he do it? Can he secure the 3 points? Such a vital 3 points to get in the opening game. No terror radius yet. You go more and more. You go more and more convinced that he can do it. And there you go. Steve loses. Ash wins. It will be at least a 3-2 victory for Ash. And now pressure off to a certain degree. Pressure off. Of course, you want to build up your score as much as possible for possible tiebreaker situations as we approach the playoffs and we run into the mathematics of the thing. But essentially his job done for Ash here. Gonna head downstairs. Oh, good move from the Wesker. Good move from the Wesker.
Hey! Oh.
And up goes Ash, but again, not before those 3 points are secured. So, we'll see what the game has in store, whether he can eke out any more gens, gain any more differential. That is a job well done under relatively trying circumstances. Obviously nowhere near as trying as that nurse who the Steve went up against. It might be the end of the line for Ash here. Doesn't seem like anyone is. Well, maybe got someone moving in there. Do they have time? I think they do. They're closer than you might have thought. Yeah, so just in time. Obviously unhook. Got a big terror radius. Ah, it is the slug. Whoa! I have no idea. What? Where did that hit come from? They bound again, and then seconds later, a hit out of nowhere. I'm seeing the killer latency icon. I think that is very telling. Oh well. Again, these are all things that would have been far more irritating had Ash not already secured the victory. As it stands, this is allowable. Big terror radius. Thankfully won't hear Ash as he mends. Oof. Oof, 2 dying states. And I say this, what is with the killers today? Good heavens. It's a singular devotion to the... My god. Well, I think the play here is maybe to try and make use of the time that they're just camping their slugs to get gens. Having said that, it looks like they are now on the way over here, perhaps. This is unbelievable. Can pick up here. Oh, why would you not be recovering? Bound there. Quick bound. Oh my god. Flying past us is Wesker. Don't burn that just yet, right? Come back here. They should have fully recovered now, so you can at least pass the baton. Oh, not quite fully. Go for beans. Oh my god, you see? What? What? This is almost impossible with what this killer is doing and the... How do you compete against the teleporting Albert? I ask you. Of course, I should have seen that one coming. Very obvious maneuver, right? I should have been guarding against that. Hello? It's one of those where had Ash not got the victory, there would have been some serious appeals leveled by the Ash camp at the board, and they would have been taken very seriously and maybe the game nullified. Because Ash got the victory, there will be no appeals. They will let that stand. But my god, that is the worst connection I've ever seen from a killer. But regardless, Ash gets just a victory over Steve there. So with 3 gens completed at the time of death, Ash does just eke out the 3 points over the Steve.